That mama.
Oh, Clive. My
What's going
wards
on?
and I may...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his loft.
The High
The
Cardinal?
High
Leader
Cardinal.
of the Council of Elders. Not that any of those things still exist.
And what does he want with North?
He wants to transform a foundation upon which to build it. He's already
No way.
secured the support of the various army remnants.
He would rob the populace to...
Believe me, I have used every...
What does Captain Philippe make it? When the town was under attack, it was him, the sole...
How? By a man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. No. Any had forgiven the mood around town. Mutiny may yet...
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you, for your
Appeal
services
to him.
Northreach,
That'll fucking end him.
you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, well, will you try?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Let's go.
I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony.
It's over here.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the cap...
No, actually. I was hoping I might be...
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass, but you should be all right. Wait here. I'll go and...
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. And I shall see it... tell me,
Neither, Your Eminence.
Ah, you are worried yet you needn't be. Pride of place, in fact. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely which is more
Okay.
than can be said for Oriflamme. The Empire wants for a capital, with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be... Plans are soon enough. These thralls...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together.
The people will do. If Sandbreck is to be one whose authority, that is why this so that
You
any
fool.
man who wishes to join the army might do. And yet there are those who...
I suspect...
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
His daughter.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall. I've been hearing
Not going around acting like... And with hardly a word to the dame.
I take it you'd rather shoot.
As far as I'm concerned. Just need his eminence.
Need his evidence to fuck off.
I heard. With the Dreadworm himself.
Just your I wondered what...
It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to say that. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town.
Nice.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourselves, if he will do. Whatever it...
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
I'll ask them after I beat whatever the fuck I'm looking for. Just took the
I need to deal with these ones first. Thanks, Cal.
Reset again.
You're finished. Garuda! All yours, Torgal.
How to find this spherical echo?
Nice.
This is it. Right then. Excuse me, do you have... I wondered if you'd mind sharing...
Well, I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire. And if that means people who don't know one end of a saw from another...
Fucking hell, that's why you're sweeping the street, innit, mate? Are you cynical soldier?
You're the one who's talking to...
On the Dame's behalf, yes. What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need...
I left everything in the
Hard to beat his logic. What about this guy?
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of... Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word. Look, no one likes all these. Once Sandbreak is back on her feet.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Yeah. Where the fuck is he? Why is he the doorstep guy? Yo.
Captain,
For you? Thank you for that. How can I help?
I wanted to ask you, do you intend to...
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of...
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a...
That's right.
Well, she did...
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what Well, thanks again.
Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Which is a cliche line to say, but...
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able...
I was...
So North... Well... Though I doubt it will come as much consolation. They deserve to be heard, Clive.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than... I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chest. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders, and not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I'd thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
In here,
What
Philippe.
happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it. Because I realised what really meant. Not following some nobleman's order, protecting. I honestly don't know when those... But I'm certain they're not finished. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them.
Good job, Philippe.
And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope. We have only to turn our attentions to the true end. Thank you, Philippe.
Anything. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I fear His Eminence?
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke. In the stubborn,
Nice.
but I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
It's a very loud sound outside. Your Martha needs to...
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade. Seeds for planting. I'll keep
Okay.
providing, but if these pools going to survive, as of those, they've lived their whole lives. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it.
Got it.
All right.
So there.
Gizal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering. Better that than something that'll wither away at first. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. They ain't exactly succulent, but...
I'll take your word.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll... I'll go up there and show him my...
I'm sure you will.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
There she is.
It's been a pleasure.
I'll give your offer some thought, my...
How goes the investigation?
Sid. What
You. I heard you were...
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from... She's no fool. If we'd come in for...
That was her just... So...
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers after her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach. She hired her... She's dangerous, Sid.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort.
The Baum archers, soon to break camp.
Alright.
Ah, what brings you to...
A delivery.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, but they'd long since gone to seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad... These bearers had only recently... They know little of freedom, unless we teach them how to live like free men. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defense.
The Horde is...
Fuck.
They're coming, Sir Wade. All of them.
All of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek. A veritable legion of them. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size.
Now you're out of...
Precisely. If reinforcements from...
What if you could call on...
You mean the bearers? We brought them...
So wait. You said you lack... Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians.
You're right. I will...
Dramatic speech.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free.
Yeah, Martha.
And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
Just realized Martha's dressed like the woman revolution.
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Nice.
Well, if it was numbered...
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment...
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wound. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point with luck.
Okay.
That point will be the village, and for you and I to fit...
A sound plan. But one that'll... I'd say you have both in abundance, so please.
Ha! And let you...
Sir Wade!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, each shielding the other that no man might fall. That Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord.
And I will do as you are.
Let's do this shit.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm.
What's up, boys?
And here it comes.
Shit, while in combat.
let this village fall. All yours, Torgal. Too slow.
Fucking.
Farewell. Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. You're finished.
I haven't used that move in a while. That's a lot of them in a row. Oh, of course I turned right. Nice.
Too slow. This one.
Like, seems like there should be more.
Lord Rossfield! Change...
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic Curl's been sighted on
Akashic Curl.
Rhiannon's Ride and is headed...
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many...
Hard to say. My men are still facing... I could order a detachment.
No. You stay here too, so wait. I'll go after the cup. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
I'll get it done. There it is.
There it is. With me, Torgal. Nice try.
And you got staggered very quickly. Hey. Quick work of this motherfucker.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield.
It's dead.
Thank the founder. We were able to eradicate. I have guardians posted around the village to keep... I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it...
We saved it. Thank you, my...
No, Sir Wade. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind...
Yeah.
Showering, so I've got to leave the door open.
Come on.
Anymore. We're free men now. We have to fight to protect what's ours. To protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if any...
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
Let's go.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what... After all, this is my home now, too.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud, all the same. I'll have to pull my weight, too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'll be counting on yours, too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Damn right, Martha.
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind Marshes?
Yeah.
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
What is it?
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again, and a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see...
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Right under my skin it did. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time? He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Nice.
Indeed, but the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Damn straight.
Suppose you... And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. Good. How did Doris come to know her slavery?
He was one of them, I guess.
We've waited long enough.
Back to civilization, is it, Mark?
With all haste. Lester, I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is, and...
yes, Mark.
Oh. It appears we have company. Kill him.
Oh, you fools.
You're welcome to try.
He's in front of me as fuck.
Farewell.
That's sweet. Can't leave me. Just start going.
It's over. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the sort... I surrender.
Sid.
Ah. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished, but casting your lot with this criminal of...
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have... This woman, my former master, she raised me like a daughter. And
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, master.
That's one, Doris.
Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
We're just gonna let her walk.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you.
Good job, Doris. I doubted you for a moment, but you came through.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Yeah, Cole. Well, I actually went back. You fuck.
Welcome back, Sid.
Hello?
Doris's message just arrived.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrak.
Nice.
Went quietly, or so we're told, and she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The curse breakers would be lost
you know
without
what?
Doris.
Your mark.
And you, of course.
I didn't even realize you had
Keep up
one
the good work,
half the
Cole.
time.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Oh, this is the furnace one. Back. And I bought it. Right, let's see what we
mostly
can
off
do.
to the north still. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. Enough for the villagers to barricade him.
Well done.
Welcome.
Zoltan.
I'd never have guessed you. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down.
Oh,
Unlike
fuck.
my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough
long
for
enough.
us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
Then your idea of an apology. Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it.
What do you mean?
Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us.
Did he leave
He
it to
left
you,
it to
Blackthorn?
me. The best blacksmith in Dravost.
Oh, you fuck.
barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequence. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to. What? Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is set.
Fine. I've said my piece.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. Short enough on time. Still, give us a mo.
Alright. Moment over.
You,
We can't afford to waste any more.
right you are. Don't want any nasty surprises, do? Oh, and Blackthorn.
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Shit.
Within sight of the walls.
What was...
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open.
Good idea. Get yourselves in...
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, order your men. No heroic last stands, you hear me?
August's right. I've seen the people here are tough and willing.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, and it won't come to that.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of
I'm the
Dravost till I
king,
get
baby,
back.
don't you know?
Leave it to me, and...
Oh, I was gonna upgrade the flames. Oh, shit. An Akashic Bighorn.
Alright. Which one of you's first?
Titan!
Come on. Oh my god, it's an insta-kill basically.
Nice try.
Waken, Gwen!
That wasn't it.
Too slow.
Sloppy.
Nice try.
That's what I wanted to do. What is that?
Now, Torgal! All
Oh,
yours,
it's an
Torgal!
Akashic Griffin.
Now, Torgal!
Come on, you bastard. Fuck.
To me, boy! Well done, Torgal!
That did end it, wow.
Is that it?
Oh shit.
Apparently not.
Is that a chimera?
They're not getting past me. question is, did I miss any?
I fucking hope not.
Man alive! You're still in one piece! As many as I could, he says.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over.
Good.
In time, yeah.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just as... With ether floods springing up all over, we'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll...
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you, so... Thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravoged isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravoged what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
Homies.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
You got something for me? A seal.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make ye. Designs for a certain sword have been passed.
Now hold on, Zolt. There's a reason no one's made that blade. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. And I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravoged? I knew I'd never surpass you with a hammer and tongue between the two of us.
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zolt...
As long as he can keep up.
Right. Zolt...
Oh, shit.
You deserve a rest.
Please, let's go. Didn't die in one hit. you in particular.
Well.
I can't turn anymore. It's a bomb? I'm going to, but I'll try and make it.
Too slow.
Nice. Why did I get no experience for that?
2 down, 1 to go.
It's just hiding. I missed my previous attack.
That's all of them. A wine cannot.
Alright, boys.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you. It's funny, but no. You remember Camille? Wibby, you the steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fight, and that whetstone from the Outer Isles.
Oh shit.
And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving. A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive. Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
Right,
to the bellows it is then. Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Sick.
The sword to end all swords.
Oh, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history, but we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long run. We reckon with those items there.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
You got
Good
it,
idea.
Lucas.
No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Nice.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't it so?
Megan?
Good, thankfully. Here.
I'll fit him to the smelt. May I present to you
Oh shit.
the Telebomb?
She's a beauty.
You saved my beacon and...
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. And I reckon I know how. With a new... It's a metal,
Okay.
see? So it's lovely and strong, but...
Stretchy metal.
That is the spirit.
Alright, Owain.
So?
Thank you, Owain.
Shh. Do mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Can't think of any right now, but maybe even out there too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about it.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.